let us understand the topic of trichology in Ayurveda. So, the in generally, trichology is the term which is used for the study of hair and scalp. So, now we are going to understand this trichology in terms of Ayurveda. Introduction. So, trichology is a science of human hair and scalp. So, Ayurveda has been a time tested and time trusted system of medicine which has narrated more details about the scalp as well as hair and their possible diseases and their prevention as well as management of the hair disorders. It has been explained earlier in the text of Ayurveda. So we are going to have that the hair is more antiquity nowadays. The hair is more important as in the concept of cosmetics, aesthetics, as well as in many medical reasons because hair is most common hair fall or any of the hair disorders are most common in these day-to-day life. So the person is suffering from most of the hair disorders like splitting of the hair, dryness of the scalp, and dryness of the hair is present, and hair fall is there due to any of the conditions. Okay, so trichology has more popularity in involving studying and commerce into it because just because that the person is more vulnerable or a person is more suffering in day-to-day life, he is more suffering from this hair disorders, and we are going to have various type of essential cosmetics like hair oils, shampoos, comb, hair dryers, dye. Likewise, many are there which are there to prove its importance for the current society. That so we are using many type of hair equipments or the products which are used in our day-to-day routine, and also we are going to expose to the many of the environmental conditions which are not good for our hair, or we can say that which are harmful for our hair because of the many polluted air, because of the dust, because of the any of the infections we are getting to our hair, and that is also one of the cause for the hair fall or hair disorders. And the things whichever we are using day to day in our day to day life, it is also responsible for the hair fall. And also we can say here that the hair fall is also one of the reason in case of the polluted water. So the water whichever we are using for cleaning our hair, if it is polluted, if it is having any of the harsh chemicals, if we are using hard water, then also it is a common cause for the hair fall, we can say here it as. Next is the skin, or skin which performs many activities like thermoregulation, protection, cytokinesis, synthesis, and pigmentation. Important among them is helps it helps in the vitamin D3 synthesis because vitamin D3 is responsible for the healthy growth of the hairs. Or introduction according to Ayurveda about hair. So, hair is a Pitruja Bhava, which contributes or as a Srotamula and Roga Marga. So, hair is a Pitruja Bhava, which contributes as a Srotamula and Roga Marga. It is a Rasa Pradoshaja and Asti Pradoshaja and contributes for one set of Astanindita Purusha. So, we can say here that the hair is Rasa Pradoshaja and Asti Pradoshaja. So, the proper nourishment of Rasa Dhatu as well as proper nourishment of Asti Dhatu will lead to the development of healthy hair. And Ashtanindita Purusha. Here, Ashtanindita Purusha, we are going to have 8 Nindita Purushas in our Ayurveda. Among them, Atiloma and Aloma, these two are the Purushas which are considered under the Ashtanindita Purusha. So, next is distribution of hair on human is Swabhavaja. So, this is Swabhavaja. Kesha is Astimala, Smashru is a Shukramala. Okay. Ayurveda mentions about the major hair present on the human as a Kesha, which is the scalp hair, Loma, which is the minute hair structures which are present in our body, Roma, the hair follicles which are present in the body, Smashru, that is beard, Karnakesha. So, especially in males, the hair is present in the pinna of their ear. Nasa Kesha. It is also present in males, where the person is having the hair in their nose, and provides details like Roma Sanjanana and Roma Sthana. So, the process of Roma Sanjanana and Roma Sthana has been explained in the text of Ayurveda. That is, Roma Sanjanana is the process of growing of hair, and Roma Sthana is the process of removing of the hair, unwanted hair, we can say it. Okay. Hair distribution is a swabhavacha. On scalp, we are going to have all around a 1 lakh hair follicles are present in our scalp. On face, we are going to have 5 lakh hair follicles are there. And on body, 10 million hair follicles are present. So, if they are totally absent, that is called as aloma. And present, they are called as atiloma. These two are the conditions which comes under the Astanindita Purusha. Ayurveda mentioned that 30,956 Romakupa are present, and Drishti and Romakupa cannot be increased in number after birth. So, in the concept of Ayurvedic text, they explained that 30,956 Romakupa are present in our body. So, Romakupa are nothing but the hair follicles which are present in our body. So, after birth, neither side nor hair follicles can be increased. Okay, this one is of the this is one. Okay, this is one of the potential area for research. This shows the great concern of Ayurveda to provide good quality of wanted hair and removal of unwanted hair with safety as a primary concern. Etymology of the word Kesha. The word Kesha is derived from the root word sni with h pratyaya and kuraka conjugation. The word K shirashite. Shirashite means that which grows on the head. The synonyms of Kesha are mainly the synonyms of the scalp hair. We are having Kesha, Bala, Kacha, Chikura, Kuntala, Shiroruha, Ashrahas, Murdhaja, Shirasija, Shiroruha, Tirthavak. List of hair disorders which we are seeing in our day-to-day life is that Khalidya, that is fall of hair from the scalp, Indralupta, we can correlate it with the patchy hair loss in the scalp region. Fall of hair from the beard, Ruha is the fall of hair from the body. The Darunaka, Diffluvium folliculorum, Arumshika and Iribellica, these are the infective conditions of the scalp. Withering of hair, fractured tip of scalp, pressure alopecia, traction alopecia. Definition of loma is the mala of astidhatu, which is also a pitruja bhava, and it is also related with the Svedavaha Srotas. Let's have a look on Loma Utpatti Krama. Loma is a Parthiva Dravya which is developed and nourished by Pitruja Bhava. One among the Shat Bhavas which are responsible for the formation of Garbha, where this Pitruja Bhava is responsible or it is developed and nourished by the Pitruja Bhava. Loma is developed and nourished by the Pitruja Bhava, which is one among the Shat Bhavas which are responsible for the formation of Garbha. Kesha and Loma are the mala of Astidhatu and which are related with the Svedavaha Srotas. So, the Kesha as well as Loma both are the mala of Astidhatu and which are related with the Svedavaha Srotas. So, Astidhatu has emerged from the Medodhatu. Aharasa under the action of Jatragni and Dhatwagni gets converted into Prasadabhaga and Kittabhaga. Here, the Sarabhaga of Astidhatu or the Sarabhaga after the digestion of this Aharasa at the level of Astidhatwagni, it does Poshana to the Majadhatu, and the Kittabhaga is there which leads to the development of Kesha Loma, Kesha Lomadi Mala which occurs. Next is the Lomadi Malavrutti. How does this Lomadi Malavrutti occurs? Let's see. Rasadhatu provides nutrition to all parts of the body. According to Charaka, in process of digestion, ahara is transformed into ahara rasa, that is nutrition fluid, which further divides into two parts mainly, sarabhaga and Kittabhaga. Sarabhaga is the essential fluid and Kittabhaga is waste material or waste matter. The Kittabhaga is responsible for the production and nutrition of malas like Sveda, Mutra, Pitta, Kapha, Kesha, Loma, Nakha, etc. According to Shushruta, nourishment of Kesha is from the end part of the Dhamani, which is attached to the Romakopas. Here, mainly end parts of the Dhamani, which are present all over the body. Or we can say that the end part of the Dhamani are nothing but the end part of the arteries, which are attached to the hair follicle, which are responsible. These arteries, which are responsible for the nourishment of the Kesha. So, in the same way, the Kesha, we can consider it in case of the scalp also, because the end part of the arteries which are present in the scalp region, they are responsible for the nourishment of the hair follicles. Okay, Lomadi Utpatti Kala. What is the duration or what is the time which is responsible for the development of this Loma or Kesha is that Kesha Utpatti Kala in fetus is considered as 7th month and 6th month of gestation respectively by Charaka as well as Vagbata. Before the development of placental circulation, Garbha portion is achieved through Lomakopa. Sankhya, what is the number? What is the how we can count it? The number of hair follicles or number of human hair which are present in a person is that coming to count the count of hair. Acharya Charaka has enumerated total number of human hair to be 29,956 and stated that the number of Keshas, Mashru, Loma are equal. So he quoted that Charaka explained it that they are innumerable in number, but they are enumerated totally is as 29,956 and stated that the number of Keshas, Mashru and Loma are equal in number. Chakrapani in his commentary opined that these are the number of tips of Dhamanis opening counted in sense and are liable to the increased. Okay, what Chakrapani commented is that the number of tips of Dhamani openings, we can say that the tip or the end of the arteries counted in a sense and are liable to be increased. There are chances of increasing. Acharya Shushruta mentioned them to be innumerable while Acharya Vagbata agrees with the Charaka. So Acharya Shushruta has mentioned that they are innumerable in number. But Charaka has opined that 29,956 are in number and Vagbata agrees with the Charaka. But Shushruta has having the different opinion regarding because the reason is here only because there are the number tips of dhamani openings counted in cents and are liable to be increased. There are chances of getting them increased. So the number of blood vessels, the number of minute blood vessels which are present in the upper surface of the skin, they are innumerable number. We can't count them. So that's why Shushruta explained them as innumerable. Let's see the Kesha in relation to the Prakriti. Prakriti means that according to the different Prakriti, it might be Vataja, it might be Pittaja, it might be Slekshmaja Prakriti. Depending on the Prakriti of the person, the hair texture, hair color, and hair structure is going to be changed. So let's see one by one. Prakriti hair color and hair quality is dependent on the Prakriti. Let's see. Vatala Prakriti. If the person is having Vataja Prakriti, then Dhusara Ati Ruksha. So the hair is very dry in nature. The hair is very dry and rough in nature. Sputitaha. Sputitaha means that the split ends are present in the hair. Alpa, they are very less in number. Pittaja Prakriti or Pittala Prakriti is that Pingala, Vali Falitya, Khalitya. Pingala, Vali Falitya and Khalitya. Vali Falitya here is that there is a premature graying of the hair is present and Khalitya is the hair fall. Slekshmaja or Slekshmala Prakriti is the Krishna. Means here that the color of the hair is blackish in nature. Alinila or Atinila. We can say that shiny hair is present. We can say Atinila Snigdha or Alinila Snigdha is there, no? So that the texture of the hair is shiny. Bahu is more number of hair is present, we can say, or the bunch of hairs are present in that person. Ghana, long hair. Sthira, they are constant and stagnant hair. Kutila, kutila hair is the asymmetric, blended or curled hair are present in that person. Kesha is related to the Medosara, because why here Medosara is very much responsible here is mainly Medosara Purushas possess excessive unkness in their complexion. They have beautiful hair on the head, face, and body, because the Sarabhag of Medo Dhatu is having it is the responsible for the nourishment to the Asti Dhatu. It is also one of the region here, and Medo Sara Purusha is having very unctuousness in their body, as well as they produce a good complexion in their body, and which is helpful for having a beautiful hair on their face, head, and the body. The hair which is in relationship with the Svedavaha Srotas is the Lomakupa is the Svedava Srota Mula. The Mula of Svedava Srotas is the Lomakupa, that are the hair follicles which are present in the body. Any pathological conditions of the Svedava Srotas directly or indirectly reflect on the hair, because any deviation or any vitiation or any pathological conditions which occurs to the Svedava Srotas, which directly or indirectly it reflects the hair. Sweda is responsible for the snigdhata of the tvacha and maintenance of the romakupa, because the proper excretion of the sweat from these lomakupa occurs, which are responsible for the snigdhata of the meat, which are responsible for maintenance of the outlines of the skin, and also there is and also responsible for the maintenance of the hair follicles that are nothing but romakupa. Svedakshaya leads to romastuti. Here is that the Svedakshaya. So, due to uh, Kshaya of the Sveda, or due to decreased sweating, it leads to the falling of the hair follicle. According to modern science, sebaceous glands are attached to the hair root. Importance of hair in the diagnosis. So, as Arishta Lakshanas. So, in many contexts, we can see the falling of hair and any disorders or any abnormality, any vitiation to the hair is one of the Arishta Lakshana here. So, matted eyelashes are indicative of imminent death. If pulling of kesha, loma, and uprooting kesha does not cause pain, it is indicative of imminent death. When the hair appear greasy, even when no ounce substance is applied to it, this is also an indicator of imminent death. And if there is development of new semantas and avartakas in the eyebrow or scalp lesion, scalp hair, person survives only for 3 days. What are the prognostic signs? If these are the prognostic signs which are seen under some of the diseased conditions like Raktaromata. It is a asadhya lakshana of kilasa. In case of vitiligo, yes, in case of vitiligo, the Raktaromata, the color of the hair follicles changes into coppery red color. So it is a one of the prognostic sign which is asadhya lakshana asadhya in nature, which is incurable in nature. Lomadgama. Lomadgama here is that the origin of hair over that region, it is a symptom in the Vishajushta Abhyanga. So Abhyanga here is the mainly oil massage. If the oil is contaminated or mixed with the poison, if that oil is used for the abhyanga or oil massage, then it will lead to the lomadgama. Lomaharsha is nothing but the horripilation. The lomaharsha symptom is mainly seen in case of the disorders of kushta, akhu visha, uchitinga visha, and dushi visha. Mainly the any of the poisoned conditions, as well as in case of the skin disease like kushta, the horripilation of the hair follicles are seen. Criteria for the elimination of the treatment is that aloma and athiloma. These two are the conditions which are mentioned under the Nindita. Nindita is nothing but those who are not uh, eligible for the general line of treatment. So, athiloma and aloma are not eligible for the general line of treatment. If the hair on the patches of spectra, that is vitiligo, are red in color, if the hair which are present on the patches of the areas where the whitish discoloration is present, there the hair is colored into red color, then the patient is considered to be the asadhya or not eligible for the treatment. The patient is suffering from the disease which is for several years, which is incurable. So let's see about the hair care which are mentioned in the Ayurveda is that in Charaka Samhita it is clearly mentioned that excessive intake of kshara is kesha upaghatakara. So the excessive intake of the food articles which are alkaline in nature, which are gunatmaka, they are considered to be injurious effects on the hair, and when the same kshara is used in excess quantity continuously, it leads to kalitya and palitya. So the Kshariya Gunatmaka Aharas, the one which is alkaline in nature, if they are taking it in excess quantity, then it will leads to the Kalitya, that is baldness, and Palitya, which is grey hair. Excessive intake of lavana, that is salt, leads to the disorders called as Akala Kalitya, Palitya, and Vali Falita. Here, Akala Kalitya is the premature graying of the hair, and Palitya is the baldness, and Vali Falita is the wrinkles which are present in the skin. Various kinds of tailas are explained for improving hair health as well as combat hair problems like Tarunaka, Arumshika, and Indralupta. Apart from this, yogas for hair dyeing, that is both Krishnikarana and Shvetikarana, is mentioned. Ayurvedic management of hair problems. So, Ayurveda stands best it is considered to be the best in treating the hair problems or hair disorders. It has many effective some of the procedures which are used in case of hair problems and their management is that first one is the Virechana, Prachanna Karma, Nasya, Shirobhyanga, Shirolepa, and Shirodhara. Virechana Karma. So, this is Virechana Karma, which is mainly useful to eliminate the Pitta dosha from the Pakvashaya. So, it cleans the digestive system by inducing purgation. So, the drugs which are used in case of Virechana Karma is Triphala, Katuki, Trivrut, Eranda Thaila, or Ichavedi Rasa can be administered to the patient. Just because of the Pitta Dushti, our main cause for the hair problems is the pitta dushti. So the first general line of treatment in case of the hair problems is the virechana karma. We can induce the virechana or we can induce the purgation by using these above drugs, as it clears the digestive system as well as eliminates the toxins which are present in the digestive system. Raktamokshana. Raktamokshana can be performed in many ways like prachanna karma or a modernized therapy for this prachana karma. We can use the microneedling technique as well as cupping therapy. They are found effective in improving the blood circulation to the local area and remove the impure blood from that region, and very helpful to supply the fresh blood or pure blood to the area of the scalp and remove the impure blood from that region, and helpful for the growth of hair. Nasya karma. As we know that the day-to-day stressful life leads to many of the diseases, and hair falling or hair disorders is also one among them. So to manage that stressful conditions and to manage the conditions which are caused due to the stressful habitat as well as uh, exertional activities, waking up late night, these all are the factors which are responsible for the production or which are responsible for the falling of the hair. So by using nasya, and nasya is also considered best in case of udva chaturgata vikaras, nasahi shirushotvaram, as we know that it is a dwara or it is a passage for the shira, that is head. So the whatever medications we are instilling into the nostril, it goes into the cerebrospinal fluid and supply all the essential nutrients to the hair or all the essential medicines to the hair with the help of cerebrospinal fluid. Some of the medications which are used here is Eshtimadu Taila and Brungraj Taila. Shiro Abhyanga. Shiro Abhyanga is nothing but the head massage. So, head massage has its soothing effects as well as which helps to strengthen the hair and which helps to soften the dry scalp and which helps to subside the vitiated pitta dosha. And the some of the medicines which are used in case of Shiropenga are Brungraj Taila, Indulekha Taila, Neelabrunga Amaliki Taila, Keshavardhini Taila, Tila Taila, or Eranda Taila. Depending upon the condition of the patient, depending upon the comfort level of the patient, anyone can use these tailas. Shirolepa, so the paste of the medications or medicines which should be applied on the area of the scalp to help to regrowth. So some of them are Bringraj Lepa, Trifaladi Lepa, Kaidarya Lepa and Trifala Lepa. Shirodhara. Shirodhara is also one of the mind relaxing technique which is used in the treatment of hair disorders, and we are using mainly medicated milk or medicated buttermilk, tila taila or coconut oil can be used in case of the treating the hair disorders. So other medications which are given in the chikitsa of Keshagata Vikaras are Kesha, those medicines which are hair tonic in nature, Kesya Samjanana, hair revitalizer, and Kesha Ranjana, natural hair restoring agent. So these are useful to treat the hair fall and premature graying of the hair. See what are the Keshadravyas. Keshadravyas are mainly Vibhitaki, Estimadu, Bakuchi, Gandaka, Gunja, Neeli, Brungraj, Saireka, Japa, Bijaka, and Tila. Kesha Rasayana are Amaliki Rasayana, Agastya Haritaki Rasayana, Gandhaka Rasayana, and Shilajit Rasayana.